statues are the hottest topic.
They're the most visible. They're the most tangible one, right? I mean, it's such an intangible topic. Memories, right? And statues are in Taiwan. We still have. I don't know what we have to count. We have thousands of Chiang Kai-shek statues all around us.
Maybe thousands of Chiang Kai-shek statues, right?
Right. So.
Because there's a law about that.
There's a law about that. There was a law that was created, I think it's dated 4 months after the passing of Chiang Kai-shek in 1975. So imagine we're under martial law, the great dictator has passed away, and we now need to find a way to honor him. So one way to do that was to put up lots and lots of statues of him, right? With really funny rules. We have a list here, hold on. So the law here outlines exactly how his statues should be made. Now, mind you, these statues are still everywhere in Taiwan. I think there's been an effort in the 2000s to move the statues, take down some statues and move others, and we'll talk later about where they went, because there are a lot of statues that got removed and they all ended up in one place. That's now kind of this graveyard.
They are having fun together now.
Graveyard of Chiang Kai-shek statues. But okay, so this is the law from August 1975. The face of the statue has to show the grace and mercy of Chiang Kai-shek, express the courage, the wisdom, and the spirit of revolution. The figure of the statue has to look natural, yet comfortable and lively.
Comfortable?
Yes. He has a nice smile. He's wearing his most favorite clothing, the zhongshan.
Okay, I never feel comfortable when I look at all those statues. Must be something wrong.
The height of the statues, it has to be higher than 1.7 meters to be exact.
I'm not sure. He's not that tall. He's not 1.7 meters. No.
How tall is he?
Like 1.6 something.
1.69.
Oh, okay, that's almost.
That makes sense. Like
okay,
he needs to
that's
be
why.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
Okay, sweet.
That's very sweet, yeah.
Yeah.
And so even with all the kind of these smallish statues in comparison, there's the biggest one, which sits inside Taipei City. It's the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall.
Yeah. That's the one that most of the foreign visitors, when you carry your tourist book with you coming to Taiwan, the cover, I think more than 50% of the cover is Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall.
It's a pretty place. I mean, architecturally, it's nice.
I don't know.
Right. So if you're American, you can kind of imagine this as a Lincoln Memorial / Carnegie Hall / Lincoln Center all in one. And I say Lincoln Memorial because the actual sitting place of where Chiang Kai-shek statue is, it's a Lincoln Memorial style structure. There are 89 steps leading up to his giant statue. 89 because that's the age when he died.
Yeah. But you should imagine to replace Lincoln statue with Hitler. Then that might be easier for the...
Yes, that's creepy. Yeah. That's pretty creepy. But then he sits inside a blue and white pagoda. Now, protected by military guards.
Yes.
And the pagoda itself, it's actually reminiscent of Tiantan, which is the Temple of Heaven in Beijing, where emperors used to go and pray. So imagine this is the type of, like, they made him, a god-like symbol.
So many people like me, we call it not the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall, but Chiang Kai-shek Temple. Yeah, 中正庙, because it built with the idea of a temple. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's been debates about what to do with this temple ground.
Yeah. So for me, I think it's the easiest way is to tear it down. It's the most easy way. But of course, I know that there are a lot of people, they are against of this idea. They feel like, wow, it's a sightseeing place and it attracts a lot of foreign visitors come. So they feel like, or people just get used to hang out there or they walk their dogs there.
When you say tear down, do you mean tear down his statue or tear down the entire park?
For me, I would say no, not. I mean tear down the statue.
Okay.
Yeah, and then of course we keep that park, and so the citizens, the actually people who hang out there, they can just keep hang out there. I have noticed that there is a German scholar posted an article in the German newsletter, in the German newspaper, and he was saying that maybe we should replace the statue with President Tsai or me, and I don't think so. I think one of the reasons is that I'm still alive. I'm not ready to be made into a statue, and hopefully not forever. So anyway, what I want to say is that I think it's not like we need to make another statue to replace that one. We can use that space with some other ideas. Like we are always discussing about a new building for our parliament, because we are lack of spaces for the parliamentary works right now. So people are always discussing about where we should have our new parliament. Maybe we can use that space as well. Or a lot of ideas like democracy museum. Or some other ideas. So it's not like when we tear down that statue, then we need to make another statue put there. It's not really. It's not a space for statue.
Right.
It's a space for we can have more ideas about that.
Yeah.
And so what I want to
holding anybody up to that regard is dangerous, right?
Yeah. So what I want to say is that those people who against the idea of remove that statue should think about how we deal with it, because it's against the modern values that we support now, like the freedom, democracy, or the anti-racism. What kind of stories we tell the visitors? That's very important, and how we make that place inspire more people to support the values of the day. I think that's very important. So one thing that I want to emphasize is that I think it's very important to see things with the perspective of the victims. So people should imagine that if the most important sightseeing place of Taiwan is a place that worship, glorify the dictator, how the families of the victims should face this country, how they can deal with their daily lives when the symbol of the country is a place still glorify the people who kill their families.